Let's go. Welcome to Jets Nation Radio with Lex and Goose. How are you doing there, Lex?
I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm great.
I 100% feel you there. I went to a wedding yesterday, just north of the city,
A
but
wedding on a Monday.
on a Monday. But the real kicker is he had an open bar, and I think this was the most masterful thing that you could do is
What?
to look like a gracious host, but still get everyone out at a reasonable time and still save yourself the bottom dollar.
Yeah, that's true. But
Yeah.
oh my God, a Monday that makes for like a long week ahead of you.
It really does. Yeah. Like this is my Tuesday, and it's like, I don't know how we're going to get through it, but we'll get through it.
And the hangovers get worse the older we're getting too.
They do. Yeah. I had to like play it real easy. So I think yeah, I just played it right yesterday. It didn't hurt too bad this morning, but
Good,
we'll see
good.
what tomorrow feels like.
But yeah, it's the second day. Actually, I've noticed it's like it just lasts 2 days for
Oh,
me.
that's the
Yeah.
one thing I've heard from a lot of the older folks. When I was pipelining, they always told me that like you got to really enjoy your drinking in your 20s, otherwise you've wasted it. Because once you get to a certain point, it's to 2 to 3 days of recovery.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever. It's out of my system.
Yeah. Talking about getting something out of our system, Mike Babcock out of the NHL system again. Are we shocked?
Are we shocked that he's gone, or are we shocked that he's like gone again?
Uh, that he's gone, hopefully for the last time.
Yeah, yeah. He'll never get a third chance. That wraps up his career. But he doesn't need to work. The Leafs are paying him for years. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
think that contract just finished up there, but yeah, no, that dude
Oh,
made
did
like,
it?
yeah, I think it
Oh,
was this summer that finished up.
okay.
I could be wrong, but I'm like 97% sure that's where we're at with
I'll take
that.
your word on it. Well, I mean, that's a big income for a weird little man.
Yeah, strange dude that really wasn't even that great of a coach. Let's be honest here. He won one Stanley Cup with a super team. They should have easily won three.
Yeah, that's true. Really, only one.
Yeah, right. And I was
Like,
like kind
I
of
was
looking
so blown
into it.
away as soon as you said that. I'm like, what? No, that can't be right.
Yeah. It's just like Torts, just one cup. Guy's not really that
Hey,
great of a coach.
but they
And
Torts is my boy.
no, you can say what you want about him, but he's not a good coach. He is
He's the
garbage. And let's be real, the NHL gave the Stanley Cup to the Tampa Bay Lightning because Calgary didn't deserve it in Gary Bettman's mind.
I don't believe that at all. I was very happy when Tampa won. I remember going to school the next day after they won, and I went to my math class and I was in immersion. So, and my math teacher was like from Quebec, and she believed in you cheer for the Canadian team. And I went in going, yeah, Vinny LeCavalier, Marty St. Louis. And she's like, what is wrong with you? And she was just so disgusted that I wouldn't cheer for Calgary. I was like, no, there's a bunch of Canadians on that team. Like, oh,
Yeah, there's some legends that never won a cup
yeah.
unless, the Flames decide to turn it around with Iggy and Conroy at the helm. But
The
I think
Alberta
we're going to
teams
hold her
have just been plagued forever.
awful. Like we had 2 years of the Battle of Alberta just being phenomenal,
Yeah.
and then it just dried up again. And yeah, that night that Mike Smith Cam Talbot fought, I was in the bag, and I like Snapchat recorded because I'm like, something's gonna happen here. It's just the best thing I got.
That's pretty wicked. So speaking of torts and the Flames, uh so when he was the coach for Vancouver back in the early 2010s there, I went to go visit my cousins in Abbotsford, and my cousin's a diehard Canucks fan, and one thing you'll come to learn about me is my most hated team in the NHL is the Vancouver Canucks.
Rightfully
Or the
so.
Vancouver Canucks, yeah. Um, and so I would never go and cheer for them. I would cheer for any other team but them. But Torts was their coach, and I was so excited to see him coach. But what did the man do? Oh, he stormed the Flames dressing room the game before I got to see him. So he got himself suspended. So I went to a t-shirt design place in the mall in Abbotsford, and I had a tank top made, blue tank top with green writing, like neon green that said hashtag free torts. And my cousin and I went to the game. We got photographed by the like Canucks photographer and like, yeah.
That's awesome.
That's my torts story. And when he was coaching the Blue Jackets, shortly after that, I believe that was his next stint. Um, he I went to see if I could maybe run into him at a local restaurant that I know a lot of the players frequent. So I didn't even want to meet any of the players. I wanted to meet Torts. And I ended up not meeting Torts, but I got to meet David Clarkson,
Ooh.
who was an accident, who I actually have a jersey of New Jersey. And he talked to me on the stairs for like 15 minutes.
Really?
Selfie with me, nicest dude in the NHL. I asked him about Toronto. I asked him what Torts was like. Like he was more than happy to talk to me, and he didn't believe that I had his jersey. I said I used to pick you in my drafts, dude. And every like early when he was just a fourth liner on jersey who did nothing before he exploded. And yeah, I he didn't believe me, but yeah. Anyway,
You knew
I'm
something was up with that guy.
but yeah, my torts. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing that we went from Babcock to Torch just like that.
I'm not surprised you kind of made the correlation
Yeah.
at
Listen,
all.
but I can respect Torts. Like I don't like the guy, but I can respect him. Where Babcock's, well, just Babcock. He's a menace. And like menace isn't even the like I wish I could find a meaner word to say, but I'm trying to keep this a little bit more family friendly.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So he's a donkey is the best way I could describe him. Is
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
But Torts, see, and I feel like he hides behind, at least Torts own his stuff. Like
Yeah.
he's just like, this is who I am, and I don't care if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, and okay, so to be fair, do I think his coaching style is it much like Babcock, it probably doesn't go over well with a lot of the guys. Like, I'm sure it's mentally very draining.
Yeah. And like
yeah.
just some like I've worked for guys like that. Like pipelining, I dealt with foremen that were just like that. And it's just like, bro, could you just throw me one attaboy? Like I need to feel something other than yeah. I can't say the words again because
Yeah.
everyone's just gonna be like, you got talked to that way. It's like, yeah, that was a different lifestyle there, friendo. I don't know if many of us could handle it.
Yeah, that's a totally different life.
Yeah. So
Eh.
yeah. So it's
No,
but I worked for a guy much like Torts and another guy that was much like Babcock. The guy like Babcock, like just like you didn't want to be there anymore. At least with the guy like Torts, he could joke with you almost.
yeah.
And
Oh,
like
he can take
you
a
knew he
joke.
cared, and that's why you did it. It wasn't a power trip for him. It's like I just want to do this as well as I can.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more with that statement. It's a good way to differentiate the two, at least.
Yeah.
I'd hate to rope them in too much together.
You really do. I mean, Tort's going down to fight Calgary in their locker room. What a guy.
Like that's epic. That's just legendary status. And his comments he makes, post-game interviews. This is the stupidest question I've ever heard. Like,
Yeah.
stop coming here. And like he just I think he's hilarious. Anyway.
There's something to be said about those old coaches. Like even Bonus there at the end of last season, you're just like, what a guy. And like rolling his eyes at Mark Scheifele, like good for you.
I love it. You love to see it. It's nice to see personality. And we were kind of touching on that last time. It's like nice to see some personality in the NHL because it adds some more entertainment value to it as opposed to post-game interviews. Hey guys, yeah, well, we played a solid 60 minutes tonight, and it's like it's the same boring stuff, the same interviews over and over again. So seeing those personalities shine through in the players, we were saying like people like Marchand and Avery and stuff like that, and coaches have can be just as entertaining too.
Yeah, they really can be. I think we've gotten a lot more clips out of coaches just because they can be that much more animated, where they're not gonna get ridiculed by their peers.
Yes. Oh yeah. For sure.
Yeah. So
it's funny when coaches start fighting with each other.
Oh man.
Like,
and he actually Bonus did that back in the day.
Well,
He swung at a dude, like a player on the ice.
Really?
Yeah, like there's a video of it on the Jets Nation Instagram. Like you gotta go scrolling back to like Mayish. Yeah, right before the season ended, when Bonus was yapping at Minnesota's coach there, Dane Evans.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So and so I had to go find the original. Yeah, it's just so funny. And what he got fined back in the day too, I think it was only like $2,500, and he had to miss 3 games.
It's a pocket change. Who cares?
Yeah, no.
Money will spin.
So you kind of talk about personalities with players, and one of those ways that they can show personality is with how they dress. And Dubois last year a few times, he had lost his suit or lost his luggage, so he's just wearing street clothes, and it's just like it was cool to kind of see the cool guy hanging out with the crew. So what kind of changes would you like to see to the NHL rule book that they don't have to dress? Sorry, that was the most long-winded way to get to that.
That was a great
what would you do to change the rules in the NHL? Or what would be one rule you would change in the NHL?
Well, I'd have, there's a lot of things I feel like I'd change in the NHL. Rule wise, drug testing wise.
So just like go hard on the steroids, or what are we talking? Or is that like, should the guys be able to chill out on a Monday night, do a couple shrooms, feel balanced again, or what?
No, all these more and more of these like athletes are getting pegged with like the goats of our era are just being pegged with it. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen, because here's the thing.
Wait, who's been pegged with that?
Well, Lance Armstrong, for example.
Was he not on legitimate steroids?
No, Serena Williams, she's like all of these goats have been.
Tom Brady?
I'm waiting. What happened? So I'm like, I knew it.
There's no way that guy isn't at the, what was it, 44? What he played till?
Probably 84.
Probably 84.
Well, I saw this stupid thing today. I sent to my friend. It shows a professional basketball player and his form, and it's like even Tom Brady has the perfect basketball form, and it's a clip of him just nailing this 3, and they pause it, and he's got the most perfect configuration, and it's like, what is the man can't do?
I don't know. You got 7 Super Bowl rings, you've done something right.
Yeah, well, sure. Oh, don't get me started on Brady.
Oh, we could talk about that guy, but I mean, he's won me lots of money, so that's all I need. Speaking of which, I forgot to shout out our good friends at Betway.
There you go.
Yeah, so
that's a good Ontario, segue.
That was good thing I caught that. But yeah, if you're in Ontario, 19 plus, go check out Betway. We got NHL futures odds. The Jets have fallen mightily far on that, so plus 5,500 if you want to bet on the Jets. Ooh. Right? Ooh, wow. Yeah,
that's a big drop from last week. Holy,
that is, yeah, like 50, yeah, big drop. Yeah. NFL, CFL, whatever you want. Jay's got a playoff run going on right now, so Betway, go check it out, Ontario, and bet wisely. That's always what I want to tell my friends. Responsibly, wisely, all of the good stuff. Mm-hmm. All right, back to it, since we got that. Yeah, so drug testing, you would change that about like just sports in general, or just the NHL in whole?
Oh, I think each league has issues within itself, and I mean, every sport is gonna have it. Like it's inevitable. Like I don't know if I would necessarily change it, but it's not very strenuous as it is now.
No, because I mean, like you've worked with guys and I've worked with guys who've done coke and just gone on to the job, and it just like, even if you got them tested, they're good within what, 4-6 hours. And
yeah,
so I mean, like some guys will do that because they're awful, but yeah, the drug testing is just
problem in the Winnipeg locker room back in the day.
Alleged.
At least they're not there anymore, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Long gone. That's why I said.
Yeah. Hey man, we got Adam Lowry. You think that guy's gonna let the nose nachos into the room? Like, not a chance. That
That
guy
man will
is
stand at
keeping
the
it
door
clean.
like a
Yeah.
giant. No, of course. Speaking of Lowry as captain, though, I read something that they weren't really expecting Bonus to announce a captain.
Yeah.
They were kind of shell shocked by that.
Yeah. I mean, all summer I was saying that the Jets weren't gonna have a captain going into this year. I thought everything was just gonna be left as it is.
Yeah. What do you
So
think changed?
I would suspect there was a conversation where, someone said, like, you can't win without a captain. And maybe that changed on his heart. I don't know. I-
Yeah.
Like, Bonus had like how things ended. I'm just really shocked and bewildered by that.
Yeah. I feel like there's so many secrets within
Right.
and that's why I'm excited for the season to start, because I feel like the true dynamics and chemistry of the locker room is really going to show on the ice, and we're going to see it through gameplay, characters, and I hope they come out guns a-blazing. I hope their Lowry's gotten them all ready and excited and pumped up, and they come out and do good things and big things, and get like the city would be thrilled to start the year off just
But
kicking ass.
they've done that how many times in the last 6 years, where we get going hot, like just
Yeah.
incredibly good for the first, 25 to 45 games, and then you fall right off the track and, oh no, we lost in the first round in 5 games again.
Oh my god.
Right. And I'm not even trying to be a sourpuss about it, but it's just like,
No.
it's just history has been repeating itself time after time. Like, this year, the Jets should have won. This last season, the Jets should have at least contended to win the Central. 2019, they should have won. They should have done more. 2018, they should have won the Central. So it's just like they've had these instances where it's just like, come on, you guys, just
Yeah.
get it together.
I wonder what the implosion is for so many years.
It's Cheveldayoff not doing anything. He's trying to play it so safe by winning every trade that he won't win a Stanley Cup. And you almost have to go through a season of losing in order to really win. I mean, look at what Chicago did. Everyone thought that they were stupid for trading to Brinkett for next to nothing and getting rid of all of these guys for nothing. And look at them now. Yeah, you had to get a little bit lucky to get Bedard, but give Chicago 3 years. Tell me that Bedard's not going to be scoring a hat trick every other night.
I know. Yeah.
I'm already angry at that kid. Like, how do you
I
put
don't
up
like
two
I
two hat tricks in 2 nights, and he's playing against guys in his age group? What's going to happen when that guy's 27 and just dummying the league? Like, we're going to have to outlaw Connor Bedard.
You're just not allowed to play.
Yeah, sorry,
Connor
dude.
Bedard rule.
Like, Connor McDavid, he's amazing, but you look at what Connor Bedard can do. It's like, that kid, unbelievable. And like, I'm excited to see what he can do, but he's gonna have a good first season. I'm not expecting anything more than like 65 points out of him.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like, yeah, I think that he is going to legitimately, with that toe drag release, he's probably going to push Gretzky's number or Ovechkin's number
Yeah.
for most goals.
Ovi, that's so cool. So cool that we actually have somebody else in the running these days. Like,
It
there's
is
another name.
I don't know. Like, that guy would have. I wish that they wouldn't just build the team around Ovechkin. Like, that's gonna kind of suck in a few years when, he's just 15 to 30 or 15 to 25 goals, just trying to get that final goal.
Yeah.
Get over that hump.
And then he'll go to a different team for a year to try and win a second cup or win on top, and then he'll go back and retire as a Capital for a game. And
Yeah, he'll have his moment.
you know what? I have always preferred Crosby to Ovi. just as a general player. Like, I think Ovechkin obviously is a much better goal scorer, but I feel that Crosby is an all around better hockey player. Um, but I was super stoked for the Capitals when they won the cup that year. I was
Yep.
proud of him. He deserved that. It was awesome to see. And then I saw that thing TSN did, like, what was it? Oh, I forget what it was called. 20, it's a special they did on him, 801 or 802, I think.
Something
And
like that.
yeah, and it was a great little documentary, and it just makes you, I don't know. He's a cool dude, and
He, yeah,
it's
he's an
cool to
interesting
see
guy.
him, yeah, like, just push himself and how much his dad played a part in his hockey, and just you dedicate your life to the sport, man. Like, you just every ounce of you literally live and breathe it.
And he was the best for those ESPN commercials back in the day too. Like the Russian spy propaganda one, like just killed me. Him and I can't remember who the other guy was, but like the other guy's up in the ceiling trying to get him out of there.
Yeah, oh, I remember. And it was for the All-Star game. And it's like they're in a hotel and it's like Kessel. They're pushing Kessel on like a luggage dolly down a hallway, and it's Ovechkin can barely speak English at this point, and he's like he like picks up this phone. He goes, they're like, "Hello, I'd like to order room service," and like he's like, "Oh," and he makes this order, and he goes, "And my name." Sidney Crosby, and he hangs up the phone, and like the room service comes to Crosby's door, and they present him with this platter, and he goes, Ovechkin. And it's just the most cheesiest but awesome thing, because oh, I lived for stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, now that we're just talking about those old commercials, like the Sedin twins going up to the Swedish
The
twins.
twins. Yeah, that's a good one. There's one, oh, who is it? Sundin? I think, and he's going from car to car in traffic, like with a stick, like chasing a puck through downtown. It's yeah.
See,
Oh,
we want to talk about getting personality back into this game. Get guys on commercials again, not just walking out of a not a Mitsubishi. What's the one? Wah. Yeah, like the Wah commercial with
oh,
Mark
Hyundai.
Scheifele. Hyundai.
Is it Hyundai? Yeah.
Whoever, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter. But
whatever.
like Mark Scheifele walking from the door to the car, like, come on. I don't want to see Mark Scheifele walk around. I want to see him make a bit of a fool of himself.
I know. Those funny commercials should be a thing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. A lot of people don't enjoy it though. They're like, "Oh, just play the game. We don't care." I don't know.
Shut
I
up.
guess you have to, I don't know, not be such a stick in the mud.
Yeah. You really don't. Let the hockey players enjoy a little bit of personality. So
Normalcy.
yeah.
Yeah, change, yeah. Yeah. Be themselves, like you were talking about Dubois and stuff like that, like dressing like a normal dude. And I do wish that they weren't forced to have to put on a face every day. Like, let them just do whatever they want. I like seeing players exposed like that. It humanizes them. It makes them not just a number on TV that you watch every week. Like, that they are, because I feel like when you like a player, maybe I'm nuts. Maybe this is just me. But like when I like a player, I love their gameplay, but I have to like their personality. Like, there's got to be something about them. They're a total jackass. Like,
Yeah, I don't want any part of you. Or like
yeah.
Ryan Smith was my guy growing up, and like that he taught me it was okay for a man to cry like over silly things. I was like, if he can cry, I can cry. And like Ryan Smith, stud of a man. So
Yeah.
yeah, let players have emotions, let them have their moments.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, surprise. I'm super soft. I'm
I,
like
guys
Monsters
are
Inc. You want to get
smart.
a movie to just get me
Oh my God.
weeping? Monsters Inc. will get me every time.
Stop. The movie Up.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
when that movie came out and nobody realized that when they went to the theater to see it, myself included, that they'd be crying like 3 minutes into that movie. And it's like, oh, what a great way to start.
Yeah. Thanks Toy Story 3 for getting me as well.
Oh, worst. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out the old Pixar films, getting the best of
know.
us.
Love it. I love
Yeah.
that my daughter's finally at the age now where she's getting there.
She's getting there another year or
But
two, and she'll really get there.
Well, we're gonna take her next Friday to go see the new Paw Patrol movie. I think that's gonna be her first theater movie, and because we think it'll have her attention enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be
Nice.
yeah.
Well, enjoy the family day out.
I know.
I mean, if you guys are looking for something else to do, there is FanFest this Saturday over on the other side of the city.
That is right. That'd be fun too.
Yeah, they're tons of fun. I went last year, and like I don't have a kid, so
Yeah.
I couldn't go. No, yeah, crazy, right? um, and
Just show up.
yeah, they just stork shows up with a baby on your door and surprise. But like man, it'd be cool to have a little kid just to do the inflatable things, or get the photos with Mickey Mouse. And for me, I
Oh,
just got to nerd out and watch the young guys talk for 15 minutes each.
yeah. Oh, that'd be so cool. Fee would love that.
Oh
So,
yeah,
oh, well, maybe that's a thing we can do.
free tickets, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
If I
yeah.
wasn't working my other job, I would have been there,
Aw.
and hopefully getting photos of the new jersey unveiling that they're doing.
That's right.
Special jersey. What does that mean? We don't know.
I know it's so cryptic, isn't it? Like, I wonder if it's new design or if it's for something specific. Like, if huh?
So like Ava, the other person that helps me with Jets Nation on the social media side, she caught photos of the guys wearing the heritage pants. So we're wondering, are we gonna see heritage jerseys be like the home jersey?
Oh, that'd be smart. I feel
Yeah,
I
big
like
money in
them.
that. And I mean, it's the last year with Adidas, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where do we or was
Or no,
last year the last year?
I think they start Fanatics right away because
Ugh,
people are in an uproar about it.
what a joke.
The quality, dude, is
Ass.
it.
Awful. There's
Yeah.
nothing good about it. This one right here is a
Hmm.
Fanatics jersey, and like the numbers, they're
Yeah.
stitched in. They're falling off. It's like I spent way too much money on this. Of course, I was in Dauphin, so like they're gonna charge you up the nose anyways. But
Well, I have like my Jack Hughes jersey in the vintage color, so like the green,
yeah,
and and same thing happened. My 8 is peeling off already, and I got that not even 2 Christmases ago now.
no, and I assume that you're probably not abusing your jerseys as
Oh
much as
my
I
god.
do.
No, like
No,
I don't, and they just yeah, they
yeah,
so it's such a money grab, and it's super upsetting. But what are you gonna do?
yeah. I mean, that's everything that's
'Cause
happening these days. You gotta make it as cheap as possible and charge the most money for it.
how have we not learned our lesson about
Well, dude, we need to
that?
start a new podcast if we're getting into the political stuff, because I will go on tangents for minutes. And yeah,
Yeah,
we don't need to
I
go all socialist Angus on everyone.
I don't
So I'll be
know. That
telling
was
you guys to
kind of
join
entertaining.
unions and take on the corporations,
Yeah.
but also pay your damn taxes and vote too.
Taxes are illegal. I'm just
They, but they get my road made in like 9 months. It's fantastic.
9 months. Do you know where you live?
Yeah, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone here in Manitoba is super nice. I won't have any issues or complaints. And mosquitoes taking children away. They don't ever get the roads repaired.
Just massive mosquito. Shit, what it's like.
Oh. All right, let's get this thing back on track. This has been the most derailed
Ah,
conversation I've ever had on a podcast.
sorry.
What's the weakest link in the Jets lineup?
My comedic answer says Hellebuyck.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay, no. Because I've heard a lot of people just be like, no, man, like we don't trust in Hellebuck. So I want
I
to hear
don't.
your opinion on it.
I don't. I don't like him. I haven't. I think he's got an insanely poor attitude. I think He's not much of a team player. I feel like he's very much self-centered. You think he's too emotional. And he's inconsistent. And there is a sorry, I don't like moths. And yeah, to me, I feel like a good goalie needs to be consistent. And when you're not, and you can go, one day awesome. Next game you lose 7-0, and then you lose the next, and it's, oh well, I had a great month. So or even not even a month, but even if a goalie can go one season and do okay, like Hellebuyck has a great season. It's like, oh, we have faith in him. Let's sign him for 10 years and let's give him everything. And then as soon as he slumps, which we know he will, burn the jerseys, let's get rid of him. And he's not worth the money. He's not worth the risk. If the Jets, if Chevy was smart, he'd trade him and get himself a goalie that's going to help him win a cup.
But the guy's never had a season below 906. Like, it's been consistently above the 900. And I get it. Like, I've seen so many games where it's like he has historically one bad game a month. You can go right back to, like, I think almost 27. One bad game a month where he lets in 6 goals. Go through it, you will find that. But you watch the rest of his month, and yes, there are inconsistencies to that, but I think that's because he has been overworked and overplayed. Where, he's seeing the most shots out of anyone in the league. He's playing the second most amount of games since 2018. The guy is just in an unreal circumstance. I understand the selfishness. I can see where you're coming from with that, because I want to win a cup. He doesn't want to win a cup for Winnipeg. He's going to do it himself on whatever team. Mm-hmm. But Connor Hellebuyck's a great goalie. Just bar down, but he has bad games. He needs to rest more. That's his big issue. He could never be a starter in the 90s.
No. But there's something you said there that really made me, it triggered something in me. I wish I could go back 2 seconds. What was the last thing you ended on there?
I don't know.
He historically is okay. Yeah.
But
I don't know.
He's if you were to put Andrei Vasilevsky and Connor Hellebuyck in reverse positions, I think that you would be talking about Connor Hellebuyck being not just a great goaltender like he is here in Winnipeg, a guy that won a Vezina. You'd be talking about a legitimate, probably 4-time Stanley Cup champion. I think Connor Hellebuyck is that much better than Andrei Vasilevsky.
I massively disagree. I disagree. I think, just even though Vasilevsky's a giant, and that's a whole other subject for another day, is like the height of goalies and the size of goalie equipment. But yeah, like the size of it these days. Anyway, Vasilevsky covers more net, but how are you getting better than him? Connor Hellebuyck, I would say if they were switched, Jets win a cup. 100.
You think that Connor Hellebuyck lost them the series in 2018? I don't think that was on that. That was a lack of everyone showing up for that final series.
Okay, but
and then what, 2019 goes better for you because we have a different guy in the room? Not a chance. That room was bound to break, and in 2019 it collapsed.
Oh, there was something now I think I remember.
Okay.
You said something that's hit it again. You said he's in it for himself. He wants to win a cup. He doesn't care where he does it.
Yes.
That's the problem with that team. That's the problem with a lot of those players. And I think that's the problem. There's no chemistry. There's no direction. Cheveldaev's trades, and yeah, sure, you can win a trade. Sure. Great job. You win a trade. But if you're putting a bunch of guys together that just don't work on the same line together, why would you want to keep them? And again, we don't know the toxicity if it's between management. Maybe it's between players. Like, no one knows the extent of it. And I feel like that team is not a team. And when you're talking about a captain, of course Lowry stands up because he's the one who wants everyone to be a team.
Mhm.
And yeah, so I hope they can come together. I hope something's rectified because like it just, yeah, it's
Yeah.
upsetting.
I 100% get you there. And I'm really worried about this team with the worst case scenario where they win the first half of their season and then blow it up like they've done in the last few. And then I think you have to legitimately move everybody except for Adam Lowry out at that point. And maybe like one or two guys that he's like, those guys can stay, everyone else kick rocks. We're starting this thing over.
Well, he's gonna have to do that right away anyway because everyone's contracts expire, like all the big names anyway.
Yeah.
Like within the next year or two, right? So I send Hellebuyck now, get something good in return. Like, I don't understand. As soon as they signed Brossoit to a deal, I was like, oh, he's like Hellebuck's gone tomorrow. Like I thought for sure we were gonna see it. And nope, nothing. And then we signed another one and another one. I'm like,
you almost wonder if Cheveldaev is just testing the waters, maybe just being like, listen, if this guy's already like we'll probably see less games from Hellebuyck to start the season, and maybe he pulls off some big wins, and Cheveldaev's like, listen, New Jersey, just sell us the farm,
right.
and you can have yourself a fancy, Connor Hellebuyck and a Logan Stanley, but you have to take the Logan Stanley.
Great.
Yay.
Welcome to Jersey.
Welcome to Jersey.
Yeah.
Like Winnipeg, but in the States.
Yeah. Oh man, I actually worked with a tour manager from Jersey the other day, and I'm like, "Are you a Devils fan?" He's like, "Hell yeah." I'm like, "What about Giants fan?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "We're gonna get along."
So, what's your connection with New Jersey, York?
Honestly, that's a coincidence.
Okay.
Yeah, literally no connection, just very coincidental.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Giants. When I was a teenager, I lived with my cousin for a little bit, and he's a diehard Steelers fan. And so I always watched CFL, but he started exposing me to the NFL. And so I started watching Steelers games with him, and we would always do Thursday night and then Sunday, Monday. So we watched a lot of football, and I got to just love the game. So anyway, towards the end of this, end of the season, halfway through the season, he's like, so out of everything we've watched, like the teams, like if you had to pick a favorite team, like who would you pick? And I looked at him dead in the eye and I said, the New York Giants. And he looked at me and he said words I can't say, but he was like, nobody likes the New York Giants, Lex. Like, what? I'm like, I like Eli Manning. He's like, nobody likes Eli Manning, Lex. And from his reaction, I went, your reaction just solidifies that, yep.
That's your team.
That's my team. And they won the Super Bowl that year. That was the first year he stole a ring from Brady. So that really did it for me.
Well, what'd you know?
Yeah.
I love it. I don't have an NFL team. I've been consistently homeless. There was a little bit where I was a Seahawks guy. So I was like, living in Edmonton, they were close, and then they won a Super Bowl. So
I like Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah,
he was fun. Right?
He was a fun guy to watch.
He's a gem. He's a beauty. Like,
he is.
I just saw a clip of him at an Amish farm the other day.
Not even shocked.
No, I know, right?
Was
It's
that
like Shaq. What doesn't Shaq do? I love that man.
right? Oh man, yeah. There's guys that you could like genuinely feel like you could grab a beer with and like they'd actually remember you.
Yeah, they'd remember like, how's your mom?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
uh who is one like athlete that you would like sit down, have dinner with?
Oh my God. Well, like I want to say Marty, but despite the obvious, although I say that, but I don't think he'd be a good conversationalist.
No.
And I feel like I'd be really disappointed. So I obviously want to meet him and like cry. Um not actually, but one athlete, Shaq, him and Chuck, like Charles Barkley would be up there for sure. Um Chuck's Chuck's pretty rad. Um oh, I'm trying to think of like like Gretzky, Yager. Forget it.
Yogs. 51 and still playing,
Talk about a beaut and a goat.
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. 35 years. He played his first game in Kladno. Like,
insane.
yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
I love
yeah.
him.
You gotta love, yeah, just the respect and the love of the game and just wants to keep it going for his old man too.
Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't how old was Chelios? I feel like Chelios was like 53 when he retired, maybe. Maybe 51 though.
Yeah, and like I was
But
just thinking about
he was
Mr.
old, dude.
Hockey there too, and he played those
Yeah,
seasons in the WHA.
that's right. Yeah. And um oh, what's his name? I can't remember. But yeah, I Chelios is
Oh yeah, belongs to the Jets organization by 7 games with the Atlanta Thrashers in 2010. So that would have been he was born in 62, so 48. 48 for
really?
Chelios. If
I
I've
thought
done
he
my math
was
correctly, I
50s. But yeah, okay.
yeah,
Yeah. 20, what year did you say? 2010?
2009, 2010. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
He played till I was that old? Oh my God.
I
Okay.
know, blows my mind.
Why
Cause
do I
like
feel like he was like gone in the 90s?
no, because I remember Edmonton beating them and yeah, Chris
Yeah.
Chelios, I was stoked that they got past him
Yeah.
back in '06.
Oh, 06.
Yeah. And then he had a quick stint of coaching up in 2015 to 18 with the Wings.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember.
Yeah. Because every great player should try to be a coach at least
I hate
once.
that. Gretzky, when he thought he could,
Oh man.
that ended well.
Yeah, dude was just giving out mottos from the 80s and hoping that was gonna work. Just gotta know where the puck's going, guys.
Yeah. Oh,
Although it's working with Montreal right now and Le Cavalier. No,
Marty.
Marty, St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Vinny, he's a development coach of some sort, I feel.
I couldn't tell you right now. Even like $1 million on the line, couldn't tell you. One thing I can tell you though is Pascal Vincent,
Yeah.
former
Speaking
Manitoba
of
Moose.
Vincent, segue.
Yeah, easy segue. Yeah, Vincent Pascal, former
Yeah.
head coach of the Manitoba Moose, now the head coach of the Columbus Blue Jackets because of Mike Babcock.
Well, he's the man for the job.
He is. I mean, wishing him all the best there because it's going to be a rough season in Columbus. But I bet you he gets them to 5th place in their division.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it. Like that's a pretty weak division. That's the Metro that they're
Yeah.
in.
That's
Yeah.
the
So
yeah,
yeah, it's a rough. Like you got Philly there,
Devils.
Devils. They're gonna be
Or
great.
I'm
I got.
so excited for this year.
That was gonna be great. And then yeah, that's my prediction for Columbus. Not that anyone cares about Columbus. All right, let's wrap this thing up with predictions. So, who do you think is going to score the most goals for the Jets?
No. Kyle Connor.
Kyle Connor.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about
Assists? Oh, me? Yeah, I mean, Kyle Connor's the easy one.
who else is
Scheifele's
the man for the job? Yeah.
he is. And I mean, if you got Mark Scheifele just feeding him passes all season, it's going
Let's
to be
hope.
good.
I hope.
I hope so too. And I mean, like, Scheif would be my guy for assists if he sticks around for the entire season. Otherwise, it's got to be Josh Morrissey again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to say Scheifels if he plays the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, his offensive game still phenomenal. Just
Of course, well, when he wants it, when he applies himself.
yeah, when he doesn't want to be selfish, but you know.
Oh,
Who gets the most penalty minutes this year for the Jets?
oh my God. I don't know. Who's our big time?
I mean, we got Dilly and we got
Yeah.
Lowry after that. Maybe Vladimir Mestikov is going to be a bit of a prick this year. Like, he would be my underdog.
I'll say Dilly.
Dilly.
That sounds, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's gonna touch him.
Yeah, no. I mean, he's such a menace on the ice. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sad when they actually have to trade him. He's one of those good guys you want on your team.
No, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, he is. I like him.
Yeah. Well, that's basically everything I got. Thanks for hanging out for the last 45 minutes.
Well, thank you.
Yes. So
And thank you for being patient.
Oh, yeah, happens. You got a kiddo.
Mom life.
Yeah. Mom life and versus what I've got going on. Very
Hey.
different worlds.
No, but equally as busy. I get it.
Busy.
I know.
If you happen to be at the Valor game tomorrow night, come say hi at the City booth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you guys will be there, but you know.
No.
No.
We're always looking for, I don't know, fun stuff for Fiona to do.
It's if she could stay up past 8 o'clock, I mean, game starts at 7.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Give me a call. I'll text me tomorrow. I'll get you tickets.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And
Okay.
FanFest too. It's too bad you can't make it.
Oh no, I'll be there.
Oh, you will be there? I thought you said
Yeah.
you couldn't make it.
No, I'm working that one. I won't make it to FanFest though.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, that one I might show up for like 15 minutes, but we'll see what happens.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
No. All right, dude. Well,
have a good one. Take her easy.
You too. Yeah. We'll talk soon.
Talk soon. Go Jets go, and have a great week, everyone.
Yeah.
Peace.